And hello again, everybody. Welcome on back to another episode of Shapes.io. Today, I think will finally be the day that we get our proper shapes delivered. So, in order to do that, we're gonna have to dye these shapes to be white, and then we do that before we combine this right half over here. So the real question is, how am I gonna do that? Because I think I need to make some edits with this here. Which is going to be annoying to have to kind of change everything over, but you know, as normal, that's kind of the state of things with this game, is just, you know, destroying stuff and then trying to make it better. Because obviously if I continue with this pattern now, it was like, one, we're going to be really kind of limited here, because we're only going to be having this producing this left half of the shape, and then that's all we can do at a certain point. So I think what we'll do is just get rid of all of you, and we're gonna try something else. So I think the first thing I'm gonna want to do is probably create a main bus for this shape. We got more actually from up here too that we could work with if we wanted to do something, so let's go and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll take you, and you, and you know, let's go ahead and do this so we can at least just have 4 belts. So we'll come down like that, tunnel underneath of here. Run down some more. We'll need to use the other tunnel. But and then we'll just need to bring you down here. There we go. And then we copy this on over. There we go. Now I don't have too much space to work with over here, so what I'm probably going to want to do is maybe bring it down a little bit, but we will see. Yeah, so hopefully everyone is doing well today, enjoying themselves. I actually took a little bit of time just to kind of play in like a separate save file, actually back from the beginning, just because it's been a little bit since I've been there, and I was interested to see kind of how different it feels. So I did a little bit of that. I think we'll come and do something like that. we'll bring you down. And yeah, obviously it's quite a big change from, you know, what I'm used to. I'm used to having just kind of access to whatever I need to build stuff, especially since now we're just trying to unlock the free play mode. Definitely very interesting to kind of get used to again. But I've gotten faster with my placements on it, so I feel like this would be fun to try and like speed run through level 18. So I mean, obviously there's a lot of like kind of random luck involved with how the starting area generates and how close things are and stuff like that, but obviously there's also a bunch of skill involved too, with like your factory setups and what all you can actually do with what you got in front of you. So like I said, I think it would be interesting. I would like to give it a shot at some point, but we'll see. I think that would require me to be a little bit better, so we'll figure it out. So with that said, let's see here. So okay, so we should be fully saturating the belts, I believe. Yeah, so we're doing 20 there. So I can draw off 10 a second from here, and our painters work at 3, so I can do, I believe, 3 of these setups together. Okay, so I can only cut 2. Sorry, I can only cut 2 off at a time. Okay, well let's just see. So if we want this to work, we need to come over here and we need to cut. Then when we cut, so we need to combine I've actually already forgotten what I was doing for this setup, which is not good because I obviously deleted everything. So in order to do that, I think I had, yeah, so circle in the top left, circle in the right corner, and then, okay, yeah. So we'll take that and we'll cut this again. Hold on, I need to rotate, and then we can cut again. Okay. And then we rotate this one up to the left. Okay, so what I want to do from that is we're gonna dye the shape, or the circle part, white, and then from there we're gonna cut it. So let's go ahead and draw in our white. And I'm just gonna do it like there, so that way we at least have a little bit of space to kind of play with. So now we'll need to take you and rotate you like that. And that's right, I need to rotate so it's down, and then we cut. And then once we cut, we can go ahead and rotate this one like that. And then we stack those together. So now that we've got that going on, and then we bring this on down, and we will combine these. And then with that combined, nope, I need to switch it around. So we'll say I honestly kind of hate how this looks, but okay, so now that we have that, we then do that. And there we go. So now we've got the correct shape there. Sorry, the voice is feeling a little hoarse right now. But okay, so that's basically how we can do things here. A little kind of gross in my opinion, but you know, it'll just have to do. So let's see. I think we could stack this twice, maybe? Let's see if we do that, and then we just copy here. Maybe, and then all we gotta do is just bring this on down. That'll go into there like that just fine. And we do that for you. And there we go. Okay. So again, weird, however. Please let me not just keep dumping those into the trash. Thank you. No, not what I wanted for that either. But, okay. And then now all we gotta do is put them together, and then we can put it right on into here, and we'll go from there. So, and I would be interested to see how many of these that we'll actually be making a second, or a minute, I should say. So right now, that's only a couple hundred, which actually will get a better test if we put you there. Oh, actually, you know what? This might be a good time to do that. Because then we can store you up to 5,000. And then from here, we can actually see... Okay, so from the two, we're doing closer to 400 a minute. And we are keeping both of these fully satisfied, which is good. However, we're gonna have to see how it'll work when we put on another one. So we'll put you there. And then I need to grab... Okay, hear me out. What if we did this, and then when we belt on over here, we can go like that, and then we do the same thing over here. And then all we gotta do is pull the same thing from over here. There we go. There you go, get rid of you, and then now we can just plug that into there. Actually, we can replace that with that, and then we can see just how well we're going to be doing on that end. So still plenty of saturation. Wow, I could not think of the word I was about to say. Satisfaction, I think, which doesn't make any sense. But you know, English doesn't always work right. But okay, cool. So we should be able to keep doing that part without an issue. And okay. So now we can take you and place you like that. There we go. And we'll do this one more time. And now we just come on over here and there we go. And I think the main thing I really need to do is actually just bring over some more white dye, because I think we're capping out on what we can support with however many splitters we have, because obviously we're not really getting any over here. So what we'll do is come by over here and do that, and then that way, there we go. So now each one's only doing its own thing, and there we go. Cool. Yeah, so obviously it was like these can only support about 3 a second if we're drawing off multiple times. But okay, cool. You know, honestly, I think this might be a good idea just to have this here, so that way we can, one, continue to test the full running of the system. We'll be able to see how many we're producing. So I mean, right now, we're about 1,500 a minute, which will then let us do, obviously, 1,500 a minute for delivery. And okay, cool. So that's all staying saturated. That's all staying saturated. Let's continue. So the next thing we need to do is, so we need to start dyeing the whites. No, we don't need to do anything with the squares. We need to do it with the circles over here. So in order to do that, I think what we really want to do is dye the circles before they come into the system in the first place, and then we can, you know, just go at infinitum. So we're going to disconnect all of this, and honestly, we probably just need to start bleeding the system of all of its circles that are in here, because once we can replace these with the white ones, we'll be able to actually do more of what we want to do. And we'll actually be able to make this shape properly, I should say. So I think what I want to do is we'll come over here, get rid of this, and I should have just cut it, but that's fine. So we'll copy this here, and trying to think about the best place to start that. You know, honestly, we can probably start it up here more, and then we can bus it to here later. But also, it's kind of far away from our white. I really should. I don't know why I always focus too much on like doing everything so close. Because, you know, if I just had all this stuff going and then I was like, okay, cool, this is all in one nice even line, I could then start doing stuff like this and going from there, but kind of messed that up a little bit. But okay, so what we'll do is grab you, and we'll come down over here. Do that, and then we can just rotate you down, and oh, that was very much not the right button I meant to click. There you go. So now that we've got you going on, the next thing we're going to want to do is start dyeing things. So we'll go ahead and extend it a couple, get our splitter going like that, and for painting we can only support 3 for right now, so gonna take you go like that. We need to grab our white dye from over here, and that we can only support 3 of at a time as well. So let's actually go ahead and belt you under over here. As we bring it on over this way. Because, you know, this does go back to what I was just saying, where it's like it would make more sense if I built out all the buses first and then started producing things. But as normal, I got a little bit caught up in just kind of figuring out how to make progress and make the shape, and ended up messing up. So I might, maybe off camera, just attempt to fix things as much as I can and go from there. Because obviously I don't know how interesting it would be to watch, but I feel like I can make this way better if I just decided to make everything I needed and then have it, you know, set up in a similar format to this. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and at least just for this episode try and finally get the shapes delivered, and then I'll call it there, because I really want to just finally start delivering these. So we'll go ahead and push you through, So now that all of that's clear, we'll clear the last little bit out of there. Okay. So, white circles. If I want that, I need you to go up there. I need that also to be the other way. And then we can support 3 of these, so 1, 2, and 3. And then, honestly, I'm just not going to worry about following convention, because like I said, I think I'm actually going to take the time to completely rework what I've got going on now that I kind of realize a little bit more about how the main bus system works to actually work well, as opposed to kind of not making any sense. So we're going to come on up over here, and there we go. So now we've got our white circles. We're going to go ahead and start plugging those into everything, and we can go ahead and duplicate this a couple times. I at least just want to make sure I got 4 of them, so that we're reducing 4 for each of the lines of protection that we have. I think technically I need 8 if I want it to work properly. Because right now we can only have these working based upon half production, but obviously if we want full saturation we need it to double the amount. But I'm not going to worry too much about it, because like I said, I want to just get things to where they need to be, or I just want to go ahead and start delivering the shape, and then I'll do some tweaking around of things later. So can't really do that way. That's also going to be the other issue, because since I'm belting it over so much, I need to completely like plan out how I'm going to do that without running into other things, and gonna be just a little bit of a mess, which, you know, at very least accurately reflects myself. A little bit, more than a little bit of a mess, but that's neither here nor there. But at the very least I'm trying, and yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and, yeah, because we can support 3, so yeah, I really am just kind of going all out with the jank on this for what I'm doing right now, because I just okay, well, at least we got all of that, and I think we need to go ahead and so that's coming over here, so we need to get rid of all of you, and and then all of you. Because we need this to catch up. I think oh, hold on. Okay. And finally, the right shape. Now I just got to bring it back on over here, and so we're going to come on over here, Yeah, this is a mess. But who cares? We're gonna just come on over here. Come around like that. Come on over here. And there we go. Totally fine, just as we want it to be. And then yeah, and luckily we don't really need as many circles for this because we can make 4 corners just out of 1 circle, so that's pretty nice. So that'll help a lot with this production. We should go ahead and stop having those go into the trash. We'll come over like this, and there we go. Cool, and that's 1 belt fully saturated. So at the current speed, we'll be there in, 250 minutes, just under like 5 hours, or a little over 4. But we've got that, so now we can come over here and grab these 2. And we'll do that. We'll grab these 2. Once I figure out what I'm actually trying to get. Grab those 2. And then come over like that. That'll go there. And there we go. And then we'll come on over here and just follow this path for it. There we go. And there we go. Yep, really, there we go. Okay, well, now we're at least finally having this shape delivered, and I actually got it done just in time for a good place to wrap things up. Really think we're gonna just have to see how things go from here. Let's see right quick just how many we're delivering. So, 1,500, not 2,000, not bad. You can see it's gone up quite a bit. So instead of 250 minutes, it's 125 minutes, which is, a little over 2 hours, which helps out a lot. And then, we'll actually be at these goals in about 75 minutes. I always have the potential to make it better by making this stuff better and then making so on and so forth. Seems like right now we're making plenty of the corner, so that's actually not our issue. Yeah, so honestly, I just may need to expand upon this stuff and go from there, but for right now, we're going to save and call the episode here. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like for the video, subscribe to see when I release content in the future, leave a comment if you have any questions, suggestions, anything like that, and I will see you in the next one.